I'm going to turn to our Deputy Chair for first question.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chair, and thank you very much, Ms. Haddon-Jokiel, because I wanted to start right in with Little Red River Cree Nation and the community of Fox Lake. So I want to thank you for acknowledging the challenges that they've had. I had the chance to meet with Chief Suapagaham last week. So for those of you who don't know the whole story, the community is on the shore of the Peace River. There is no bridge. And so they had to evacuate. The chief says 4,000, you say closer to 3,000, but it's a lot of people that they had to get across the river on 2 barges and people's personal boats and canoes. And they didn't get any help from anyone else in that time of crisis when the Paskwa wildfire went through. It'll be a year ago next month. Now they have a crisis because they were hoping to get the rebuilding materials that they needed, the modular homes, the construction materials, over ice bridges this winter. But BC Hydro 4 different times released warm brackish water from the Bennett Dam and flooded out the ice bridges 4 times. So according to the chief, he got about 7 to 10% of the supplies he'd hoped to get over the river this winter. Now Transport Canada, who never said boo about the band's barges, has said the barges haven't been properly inspected and certified, and no one who works for the federal government, no one from ISK, no one from the RCMP is allowed to take the barges this summer into the community, which makes the only way you can get in by air, by small plane or I suppose helicopter. And I think that this just outlines the challenges that Indigenous communities, especially in the North, face. And I'm just wondering, I mean, it's great that ISK provided them with millions of dollars for rebuilding, but if they literally can't rebuild because they can't get the supplies into the community, what is, and the fire, by the way, is still burning all this time underground. So it could pop up again at any point. So what can we do for Fox Lake as a microcosm? I mean, it's just one example, but I think it speaks for a lot of communities that have similar challenges.
Yes, thank you, Chair, for the question. It is one of the more complex cases, Senator. Absolutely, that's why I wanted to outline it. Just the duration, the scope, the complexity of water access both in summer and winter. I'm glad you raised the issue of winter roads and ice bridges. That is a really important pipeline to support communities with refueling as well as with construction materials. And it is very disappointing that we haven't been able to get as much construction material up there as possible. That community in particular, they have a really unique and innovative approach to home building. They have a First Nation-owned entity that supports that, so there is really great opportunities there. But in terms of their primary challenges right now, I know our local senior official, the RDG for Alberta region, is talking very regularly with the chief, and we do have plans to facilitate a dialogue. It's in Alberta. There's jurisdiction. The water challenges are coming from BC Hydro. It's a very challenging discussion. But yes, their ice bridge, which is a primary pipeline for their supplies, was cut off due to flooding, which was due to releases of water. So there's a number of dialogues that have to happen. As I tried to outline, I mean, that community is still in crisis and response mode. Many community members are still outside. There's many ongoing challenges to support the evacuees, but also to commit to the rebuilding effort moving forward. So ISK will be there supporting the chief, and where we can help facilitate those dialogues with other federal partners and with provincial partners, we'll definitely be there to support.